Welcome to Safe and Sound, sponsored by White Mountain Fire and Life Safety. Today on the show, we have some of the board members with Sue's Crew, and I'm going to let you guys start by introducing yourself, since I have three today, and what role you play in Sue's Crew.
Thank you, Allison. Thanks for having us today. I'm Jim Hillebreck, and I'm the president of the board. And of course, I was the one that started Sue's Crew here in the White Mountains.
That's awesome.
I'm Lisa Hughes, and I'm the newest board member.
Oh, how long have you been on?
Just a couple months now.
Oh, awesome.
I'm Sean Overstad. I am on the board of directors as well as the secretary.
Okay, and
Keep
how
track
long
of
have
notes. Since it started about a year now,
About a
I
year.
think we've had the board
Yeah.
going.
Okay,
Since we started the board.
since
Yeah.
you started the board.
Since we
so
started the board.
before, because the walk's been going on how long?
This will be our 7th year in May.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
it's hard to believe.
Yeah, and how did it come about?
Well, it came about, my wife Susan died. That's who Sue is. And she passed away on August 4th, 2010. And my daughter, Kristen Ingram, used to be Hillebreck, she lives in Maryland. And she just wanted her mom's death to bring a positive out of it somehow. So she started Sue's Crew back in Cumberland, Maryland. And so I was out here, and I thought, well, I need to do something. So I thought, I'm going to go out and walk a marathon. And the funny story about that is, the first year I set out to walk a marathon and started Sue's Crew, got my pink shirts, and I was ready to go. And so I wanted to walk 26 miles. So anyway, when I was done, I had actually walked 27 and a half miles. And I thought, oh my, I was that close to 30 miles. And that's how it became a 30-mile walk. We're the only one-day 30-mile walk in the United States.
Well, that makes you stand out too. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome.
It is. And then how did you get involved just recently?
Well, one of the teachers at Sequoia Village School, lovely Miss Orton, Miss Kristen Orton, she's been involved. Was she from the beginning?
From
I'm
the
not
beginning.
sure, from the beginning. And her mother's very involved in the walk, and they got my kids involved. So my oldest daughter wanted to walk, and she did the whole 30 miles her first year with very, very little training. And I was just blown away. I was blown away at how much she could do. And since then, last year, all 4 of them walked. My youngest, who was 4 at the time, 5, just barely 5 years old, she did 5 miles actually on her own.
Incredible.
And then took another 10 miles in the stroller. She actually made it to the 15-mile point before we had her come picked up.
Wow.
So yeah, I've been just really impressed with what they could do, and it was just really cool to see how far they went. And so they've got big goals this year, so we're looking forward to it.
And
awesome.
As a mother, I kind of think, well, what do I do with my kids? But it can be done.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can do it. They can participate.
I mean, we work with it. You know, have family members involved to come pick them up if you need to or whatever, and it works out.
That's awesome.
They did real good.
And then how long for you?
I
How'd you
started
get
walking, my first year I walked was 2014. I've
Okay.
made 30 miles every year since. I actually started since I work with Jim.
Oh,
I
okay.
started out walking there, and then I got my mom walking, a bunch of other friends, and now our group is around 10 people that walk, including last year a few miles were done by my friend's 3-year-old.
Wow,
Nice.
that is so awesome. Yeah, because I have a 3-year-old, I have a 9-year-old, and then I have an infant. But strollers, and I got a bob. I can do
Right.
it with them, and I hope to do it this year. I haven't yet, and you know my father's done it 2 years now.
Yeah.
And he
You got
loves it.
blisters.
Yeah, he had some impressive blisters, but I
Yes.
think he got new shoes that one year for it and didn't break them in. So what's it like on the walk? I mean, you're seeing these other people. I mean, it has to be inspiring. I mean, you're inspiring a town because the whole town is seeing everybody on the side of the road. But
Right.
what's it like when you're walking with everybody? I mean, is there singing? Is there
There's
competition? I mean,
we have bands along the way. We have food. Of course, we have plenty of water, Gatorade, stuff like that. But it's a lot of fun. I don't know how walking 30 miles can be a lot of fun, but it is because you see so many people, and people are cheering you on. And what's really cool for me, I don't know about you guys, is when the cars come by and they lay on the horns. It just inspires
Start
you.
waving.
So.
Really?
And I want to say something. People don't have to walk 30 miles. It's a 30-mile walk, but you can walk 5, 10, 15, whatever you do. And whatever you do, you're going to feel pretty good about yourself because you're helping other people.
And how do they help other people? There's some people they get sponsored, right? Or how does
Get
that work?
pledges.
Pledges.
Yeah, they get a pledge sheet when they sign up. And then
Okay.
they get pledges, and then we have a pledge turn-in day at the end of the walk, 2 weeks after the walk, and then they turn in their money.
Okay.
So.
And then where does that money go?
The money goes to the American Cancer Society here, the American Cancer Society in my hometown in Cumberland, Maryland, and to the Summit Healthcare Oncology Center.
Okay.
And then this year we started a new program called Sue's Crew Helping Hands, where we pick a family or a person in the White Mountains or local, and give them some money as well, and they can do whatever they want with it. The only rule is they have to be diagnosed. Doesn't have to be terminal, and then we just give them the money. They can use it for medicine, use it for a trip, whatever they want.
Is there a form you fill out? I mean, how do they come? Okay.
Yes, we have forms. We'll actually have forms at your dad's office. We have forms at the hospital, at the oncology center. And of course, people can get online and get a form or call one of us.
Now,
Before.
so you did give money away this year to
We did.
somebody?
We did.
Okay. And I'm sure that they appreciated that.
Oh, well, Sean knows.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was great.
It was probably
Yeah.
a surprise.
It was. Her husband had turned in the firm for her without her notice, and then she won, and we called her up, and it was emotional.
Oh. And so the board selects through just the
Random. We have all the forms, and then we look at them all, and then we put them in a pile, and we pull one.
Okay.
So it's random.
It's random. And then how often does every year the applications don't go to the next year? Every year everybody reapplies,
Right.
correctly? Okay.
Right.
All right, cool. And so they can pick that up at either New Horizons Physical Therapy or Bodyworks and the hospital,
In
oncology?
the hospital, at the oncology center,
Or-
and we'll have them elsewhere
Okay.
as well. So
No, that's huge. I mean, because the
It
fact
really
that
is.
they can spend it on whatever they need, whether it's bills or whether they want to, take their kids and go do something and have a memory with their kids.
go for a trip. Yep.
Yeah, that's what's really cool. Because usually when people are like, "Oh no, we have to pay this is just for that." No,
Yeah.
this is for the person, whatever they need it for, and
Yep.
that's a
whatever
real
they
cool
want to
deal.
do. It's awesome. It
Yeah,
really is.
I love it. All right, so when is the walk this year? Like when are you guys having it this year?
May 12th,
Oh, so I guess I should say
2018. So it's always the second Saturday in May,
And what time does it usually start?
5:30.
What's the route?
Okay, so we start in the industrial park in Sholo. We come out to the Deuce Clubs, up the Deuce Clubs to where Burger King is, cut across Central to White Mountain Road, up White Mountain Road to Sholo Lake Road, turn left on Sholo Lake Road, go across Sholo Lake Road. We have a little loop down there. We call it the Angels Loop of Dreams. Other people call it different things, so we won't get into that. But and then we wind back down to White Mountain Road and then up to Pine Top and back. So it's exactly 30 miles.
Well, and I've seen you guys have a sign up in Pine Top, the halfway mark. Is it the halfway?
Yeah.
Is that where they turn around at?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And we turn around there, and that's one of the honors that we've gotten too, Allison. We've got permanent road signs up on Sholo Lake Road. The hospital has agreed to let us put our stuff in the oncology center on display, like pictures of past walks and things like that. And that's an honor for us.
Absolutely.
We really appreciate that.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
The community coming together is
Yes.
we're very fortunate to live in the community that we live in, and
Yeah,
Community
no
is part
kidding.
of the whole thing.
yeah, and then seeing something like this. I mean, I'm sure you were the first one. Did you walk by yourself the first time, and then
Yes.
everybody else started coming in and walking with you?
Yeah, the first year it was me. Second year we had 12.
Wow.
Third year we had about 150.
Geez, that's a spike.
And then since then it's been 300, 320, on and on.
Wow.
And once you see the video this year, you'll see there was a lot of people.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Judy did a great job with that.
Oh, it's awesome.
Well, and you talked about the Angel Loop. I know that you told me previously that there's a church there that you can set up a lot of stuff at, and people can go, and I'm thinking about,
Yeah, you talked
my
about that.
kids. Yeah, so tell us a little bit about that area, because it sounds like there's a lot going on in that area.
Yeah, there's a church right there. They set up and do lunch and make hot dogs and stuff, so everybody can stop and have lunch. And I don't know.
Well, they just have gone out of their way. I mean, it's
Oh.
incredible. And I have to tell you that the
And
first,
band set up.
yeah, the band sets up there. The first, I guess, 2 years, maybe 3, the church didn't want anything to do with us. And then one day I was walking, and they came out and said, we want to apologize. And then now they are a big part of us. And everybody looks forward. It's about 10 miles out from Sholo. Everybody looks forward to getting to that rest stop, because they have ice cream, they have hot dogs, it's just incredible, and a band.
That's
So-
awesome. So you do that loop twice, right? Going each way, the Angel
Yeah,
Loop
you
twice?
do the loop going up and coming back.
So we see them 4 times. So it's a good thing they have so much support there, because you see them a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah. And
Yeah,
then
it's awesome.
And then you said you had water, so you have stations along the way.
Yes.
Lots of stations. And who do agencies just come in and put up stations, or how
No,
does that work?
that's the Poor Station.
Okay.
Poor Station supplies all our water. I want to thank them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And
they do a
just
lot.
awesome. And Distinctive Auto Body takes care of our T-shirts, or has taken care of our T-shirts every year.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah, so it's sponsors like that.
Yeah,
that you
sponsors
A
need.
lot of
like that.
local community or local businesses and stuff like that. So anybody's willing to come in and set up a booth, so they can get a hold of us. And
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know that public health is interested in first aid stations in case those are needed.
that would be
Yes.
fantastic.
And I
Yes.
know, and then I know that Summit does
much.
some stuff out in the front of theirs. Don't they have
They usually have a table, yeah.
table in
Yeah,
front of their
table.
business? And then, and that is, I mean, this sounds like it's just going to grow and grow. I mean, you've had people come from out of town.
yeah, we had 2 young ladies from Florida
Oh,
last
they were
year.
fun.
They were awesome.
Came all the way out here to do Sue's Cruise and
Yep.
Walk.
And the one girl.
They had to do the only 30-mile walk in America.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
And the one girl had cancer,
Oh wow.
and that was Sonia. And then, of course, the other girl was Christelle. And they walked the whole 30 miles and just had a ball. And we have a spaghetti dinner the night before. And we call that our carb up dinner, where we get together, we have spaghetti, and then out the door and hopefully get some rest.
Who cooks the spaghetti? How do you come about
Camp
it?
Tadia. They're
Oh, cool.
They're one of our sponsors.
Wow.
Yeah.
You guys have all these little things going on everywhere.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of
Nice.
community
And that's
involvement.
because of them. It's because of the people that just want to help.
Yeah, and how'd they get involved? They just saw and said, hey.
Well, actually, at Camp Tadia, she was one of our walkers.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
That's
she was one of our walkers, and she walks every year, and she does the dinner. I'm trying to think of her name.
Jessica.
Jessica, thank you, Jessica Waldrop.
Oh, awesome. So that was a great, and how long has she been doing the carb up dinner?
Since the 2nd year.
Wow.
Yeah.
So she was one of your 12? The second
Yes.
year? Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Pretty cool how it's grown.
yeah, and the
Yeah.
people who are like, wait, I want to do more, or hey,
But
I can try
it's the
this.
community. The
Yes.
community jumps on board. They see us out there, and we're not out there for ourselves.
No.
We're out there for people that are hurting. And I always give my big speech about, when you start hurting, try to take one more step. Just think of somebody going through chemo, and what a horrible thing that is. You're sick all the time. So what we're doing is nothing compared to what a cancer patient goes through.
No, you're right, and this is
So-
bringing awareness to that, and every single
Right.
person that's a part of this helps spread that awareness, which
Yeah.
is
Yes.
so important. And why did you pick the date? Is there anything significant with the date, or
When I decided to do it, I went around to every agency to find out what was going on each weekend. And that weekend happened to be nothing going on, so that's the weekend I picked. I didn't want to step on anybody else's toes or have our event against somebody else's, so that's how our weekend was picked.
Oh, okay, that was smart.
Yeah, yeah.
And so that you can have the more attention and
Right.
help and support.
Exactly.
That was definitely a smart move. Now, what else? So you have people can fill out applications to get some funding.
Sus Cru Helping Hands.
The Helping Hands. You have sponsors that come in and help little things like provide water. Provide booths, the church that
Gatorade,
helps,
granola
Gatorade,
bars,
all those.
energy bars, things like that.
And then you have Camp Tati that does some stuff.
Yeah.
What else? Do you do any kind of other fundraising, or like the Distinctive does the T-shirts? What else? I mean, because it sounds like it's a pretty big.
It is. It's getting bigger, and like last year, we actually did a fundraiser. Was it?
It was after
Lisa,
the walk, right?
a week after,
A couple weeks after the
or
walk.
2 weeks after, we did a fundraiser up at the Lions Den. It was very successful.
Good.
And we're going to do that again this year. I think it's June 2nd, right, Sean?
Yes.
Yeah, June 2nd.
Okay,
And
awesome.
that'll be after the walk, and we just have a good time up there, and we raise some money. I think last year was about $4,000.
That's a great
what we had done at the walk.
fundraiser.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
went well.
Yeah, I've done a couple there, and
Yeah.
that's a great fundraiser.
Yeah, it
I think
really
the
is.
last one I did
So,
was
a lot of-
1900, so you guys are really ahead. That's
A lot
awesome.
A lot of great things. And I want to say my daughter is responsible for all this. I mean, she started Sus Cru in Maryland. She flew out last year for the fundraiser. She flew out the year before the walk, in our walk. And she does the 40-miler every year down in Washington, D.C. And then they do things all the time. They have a campaign they called Shooters for Hooters. And they get a bar to donate their evening's proceeds. They get a band to donate their time. And then they make pink shots. And they sell those shots. And that goes for breast cancer. Shooters for Hooters.
That's really, yeah, I like that. I think that's awesome. I like little things like that.
And
That's
we
fun.
did that at
Oh,
Lions
did
Den.
you?
Mm-hmm.
You got the
Yeah.
little pink
Yeah.
shots and stuff?
Yeah, Sean and Kristen
Yes.
did the booth.
Yes, I was working the booth for a while.
That's
so,
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was super pregnant at that time. So
I know you were.
yeah, super.
know
I was
you
3
were.
weeks away from having a baby, or else I'd be up there trying those shooter for hooters. That's really neat. That it breaks you out from everybody else in fundraising up here. It brings that certain awareness, which is exciting. And it just seems like you have a really good crew.
We do, and it's them. I mean, our walkers, these guys, Lisa and Sean. I mean, it's our board.
Who else is on your board, if you
I
can
knew you
remember?
were
I
gonna
know.
ask me that.
I'm sorry.
Well, your dad, John,
Johnny
was
and
on
Tony.
it.
I know him.
Steve Rodney.
Okay.
And Steve's a great guy. Who else? Come on, guys.
Kristen
you gotta-
Ingram,
Kristen Ingram.
Tricia.
My daughter, myself.
Trisha Spear,
Trisha
Oh,
Spear,
Trisha's on it.
Anna.
Awesome.
and
Kristen
Cynthia.
Orton.
Anna Banks or
Anna Antencio.
Anna Tinty. Oh, from Navajo County.
She's our attorney.
Oh, awesome! You guys even have an attorney?
Yeah,
Whoa!
we do. It's not every group has an attorney.
Yeah, no.
And she does a great job.
That's
They
awesome.
all do. Who are we missing? Anybody?
I know I shouldn't have done that to you. I'm sorry.
Anyway, that's fine. Yeah, they'll be mad at me if they see this. And I'd like to remind everybody how to sign up for the walk.
Yes, please.
And you go to suscrew.org, and that website is ready. And we have one registration so far, and that's me. I signed up. I wanted to be the first one this year. And we also have a Facebook page, and we put a lot of announcements on that Facebook page. And that's the Sus Cru 30-mile walk
Okay.
on Facebook.
And we could probably put some billboards to that or links to that.
Yeah.
And then you guys also, something that's unique when I talked to you when we had lunch is you help people to work towards the walk,
The
right?
training walks.
The training or whatever.
And one of you guys tell about that, the training walks.
Okay, well, train walks, we kind of have someone, it's changed each year as we get new walkers. Someone kind of has the idea about meeting at Shuttle Park, for instance. They have a route planned out, and we walk that every couple weekends. Anyone's invited to join who wants to participate. And they have the route already set up, nice places up there, Troyon area. And we walk through that, and every couple weeks as we get closer to the event, they increase the distance a little bit to push it. And that's a good way for you to train if you're not really sure what to do by yourself or you're new. As well as we have links on the Sus Cru website to outside sources for how to train for a marathon that still apply in this case.
Oh, that's awesome. So you guys, you give the opportunity to train and you provide the education to people.
Yes.
Yeah, if people want to walk in a group,
Yeah.
safer that way, I guess.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah.
especially,
You know, and gives
traffic up
you
here.
somebody to talk to while you're walking and stuff. So
And Allison, it's amazing, like the two ladies from Florida we talked about. Their goal was that 30 miles. That's why they came. But we have other people that, hey, I'm going to go out and I'm going to walk halfway. I'm going to walk up 15 miles. Or I'm going to walk 5. I had one lady 2 years ago, and we left the industrial park, and I was going up the Deuce Clubs, and I saw this lady coming back. And I thought, oh, something must have happened. And so we got closer, and I said, are you okay? She said, yeah, and she started crying. And I said, what's wrong? She said, I'm going to get my goal. I said, what was your goal? She said, 3 miles. And very heavy set, but she did it.
She
that
did
was
it.
her goal.
That's
So everybody needs to set their own goal. Again, we don't have to walk 30 miles, but there's a lot of people in the walk that's what they want to do
Oh, absolutely.
because it's the only one in the country.
You're right. You're right. I used to be part of the Ironman. I never did the Ironman.
Yeah.
Rob did, actually.
Yeah.
Birdman. He did the Ironman, which is crazy. But it reminds me a lot of that because they'd have people. They had one guy who did the whole Ironman, and he came in like almost 23 hours. And he was a heavy-set individual that kind of trained for it, and it was just so inspiring to see that he was able to do it. They had other people that were just trying it, just the same situation. It's just inspiring to see people who go out of their way and out of their comfort zone to achieve something that is just so empowering to themselves,
Yeah.
like that. But and that's the thing with Sue's Crew. It's very empowering for individuals. It's nice that you have it open to, you don't have to walk this much. You do what
Exactly.
you can, and we appreciate you. No different than if you did the 30 miles.
And they still raise money,
Yeah.
whether they
Yes.
walk 5 miles or 30.
And it still goes to a good cause. And the fact, again, I'll touch on it again, the fact that you're giving to a person up here and the funds, I mean, that is so cool. That is so awesome to see that, because usually it doesn't get to people like that. It comes through an organization or and it's going straight from you guys, from your hands to theirs. And that's what's really, really kind of awesome.
And we're very transparent with our money. We want people to know where it's going. And we have pictures taken when we present a check. In fact, we're having one tomorrow presented to us from
cool.
Hatch Toyota.
Oh, so what do they do? How do they raise money?
Well, they contacted me and asked me if they could give us money.
Last month
And,
for breast cancer awareness
for
month.
Oh,
breast
okay.
cancer awareness
Part of
month.
sales.
Oh, that's awesome.
So a portion of every one of their sales this past month will come to us. So we're picking up that check tomorrow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I've
That was
seen-
nice of them to think of us.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and they
Yeah.
know that you go to good causes. It goes to oncology, it goes to the Cancer Society, and then it goes to a person up here, and that's what is pretty neat. And you're wholesome. I mean, you guys are the community, and the support that you guys have here is obvious because you do have that sign up there, the halfway point, and so all year long, anybody who drives around there, they're thinking of that.
Yeah.
That's so it's
pretty cool.
always on people's minds.
Yeah,
Which-
that was, we've gotten a lot of honors since we've started to walk, and it's incredible.
Anything new this year, you think, or just more people probably?
what about the name a hill?
The what?
Name a hill.
Yeah, we're working on naming some of the, there's a couple of
along the
hills in
route.
the walk that are just incredible, hard.
They're hard to get up.
And so we were thinking about getting a sign made, or somebody would sponsor a sign, Sholo Ford Hill or whatever, because they are difficult after you've walked all that long.
Oh yeah, I'm sure the
But-
one right in front of that Family Fun Park, that long, isn't it all
Yeah.
the way up? Is that one of them?
The one
Well,
that's
we
hardest for
kinda
me is the one coming from the theaters in Sholo,
The one, coming along Central's route.
because you're finishing,
Oh,
and when you're going up that hill. But we're going to put another rest station along that spot so that people can get refreshed.
And then also the hill leading up to Shello Ford, where we turn back into the industrial park. That's rough right at the end as you come up past Persnickety's and take
Oh,
that
yeah.
hill.
So it's like
Back
mile
to the turn.
29.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
And I'm
that's
telling
rough.
you, when we turn left to go back home off of the Deuce Clubs by Sholo Ford, they lengthen that. Because
It gets a lot longer.
I've walked it, I've made it all the way 4 out of the 6 years. And good Lord,
rough.
I just keep thinking, well, they've added more blacktop on this thing or something.
I think they're working on it right now.
Yeah.
And I do think we'll also have more people from maybe Flagstaff area. I think we're trying to get more people from
Right.
outside. Like you mentioned, the people from Florida. 2 years ago, we also had an exchange student from Norway who
Awesome.
walked with her host family, and I think she did something when she went back home on the same day.
Right.
Oh, that's
In Norway,
awesome.
I think she did a walk.
Wow, you're getting
Nice.
out there.
Yes, that was
Pretty
quite the
cool.
experience to hear
Yeah.
about her when she went back home doing something in Norway when we
Yeah.
were doing Sue's Crew.
Yeah, it was cool.
Now, how do people, if you say sponsors want to sponsor or people want to get involved again, how do they contact you, or do they just go to Sue's?
Right. Let's put a phone number out there
Okay.
if that's okay.
Yeah.
602-717-6746.
And that's to you?
That's to me.
Okay, Jim Hildebrecht. So
Yeah.
they'll know that they can contact you. Anything they want to help, like you were saying, Gatorade, granola bars. Do you guys get all that
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
donated?
Please.
Yes,
Yes. Okay, bananas
Help with that.
probably.
Bananas are
anything.
it's all good.
Yeah.
Okay, and then if
And
they
good
want a station, they bring
Yeah,
out a station
please.
and
Yeah, we
talk-
had a lot more businesses last year just setting up a table
That's awesome.
with their banner in front, and that's
Yeah.
awesome. You
Yeah.
know, they don't have to pay for that.
No,
just
help
pick
out.
a spot on the course and come out, advertise your business, and give us water.
And the towns are supportive of you, so they
Yes.
won't be
Yeah.
worried about, you don't have to worry about having a place out there.
Yeah.
Just don't
And
get in
we-
the way of the walkers.
And we actually meet with the police departments, fire departments. We'll all meet at one time before the walk and get everything squared away, what they're going to do. Like Pine Top, they set up a command center for us in Pine Top.
Awesome.
So they're
Getting
all
some
on
of the
board.
crosswalks managed and
Right.
keeping it safe for everybody.
So anything else that you guys want to, or is we pretty much touched on it all?
No, I just can't wait.
It's gonna be fun.
That's awesome. So real quick again, your website is?
Sue'sCrew.org.
Okay, and then Facebook is Sue's Crew?
Facebook is the Sue's Crew 30 Mile Walk.
Okay.
They
and,
can just type in Sue's Crew 30 Mile Walk.
and then your phone number one more time.
602-717-6746.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for coming out
you.
here. And I
Thank
hope
you,
that-
Allison. Thank you.
And I hope I get to see you guys this year, well, this next year when I'm out there doing my thing with my
Sounds
group.
good.
So,
Yeah.
thanks.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you for watching Safe and Sound, and we'll see you next month.